Alright, we're back in Kampot. We spent the last 3 days in Khmer, and before that we were actually in Kampot for a few days, but it rained the whole time. So we decided to come back now that the weather's cheered up, it's nice and hot and bright, and we're just going to do some exploring for a few days.
Yep, it's late afternoon now. We're just going to head to the riverfront, and we've read that you can do a cruise for a couple of hours. Struggled to find any tickets online or anything like that, so we're going to head to the riverfront and just see what's going on there, see if there's boatmen selling tickets and that kind of thing. So
after that we're going to check out the night market, and yeah, we're going to try some delicious street food.
So we're at the riverfront now, but there's definitely no cruises happening right now. Can't see any boats on the river other than the ones parked up on the other side. So we're gonna walk along here, see what we can see. We might have to cross over the bridge and get to the other side.
Yeah. And it looks like the sun sets right over those trees, so you could literally just come through here and bring a little snack and a beer and watch the sunset just here in Kampot.
For the first few days we did get a good vibe of the place, even though we didn't go out and do much.
Yeah.
We went to plenty of cafes, a couple of cool restaurants, tried out the street food. It's super peaceful compared to, say, Siem Reap.
Oh yeah.
Just a really cool vibe.
Yeah.
And really good nightlife as well.
Yeah.
Plenty of happy hour offers, 2-for-1 cocktails, $1 beers.
We saw 50-cent beers actually.
Yeah, we did. Might have to go for them tonight.
Yeah.
A friendly tuk-tuk driver helped us. He was parked outside the tourist information centre and we were looking a bit confused. He asked us what we wanted and we said we wanted to do a boat tour or sunset cruise, and he said you have to buy the tickets on the other side. This bridge that we're walking over now is the sketchiest bridge going. There's barely any space for a pedestrian to walk down it. And there's so much traffic.
Tell me why the bridge is falling apart, please.
He also said that the boats normally leave around 6, so we're a little bit early. I think it's about 4:30. Hello.
Hello.
A plane.
Money.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's Friendly Boat and there's Jasmine Boat. I think they're both the same tour. They just leave at slightly different times. Apparently we get to see some fireflies. I don't know if that happens all the time, every night, or whether we need to get lucky, but that'd be cool if we could see them.
We're just looking through the food menu that they've given us. I think we're going to save ourselves for food street later. But the drinks aren't badly priced. We're talking like 75 cents for a can of beer. But the ticket we've got actually includes 2 beers each free anyway, so that'll be enough for us.
Okay, so cruise is done now. What do you think?
I enjoyed it. We didn't get to see fireflies, but it was really pretty and the sky was really pink and it was lovely. It was just really nice.
$5 each for a 2-hour cruise with 2 free drinks. It was nice and relaxing.
Yeah.
Definitely worth doing. Anyway, we've just come to the food street in the centre of Kampot, which I think was set up in 2019 meant to be one big street showing off all the local cuisine. To be honest, it looks like COVID's hit it hard because every time we've come here there's only been 2 or 3 stalls open, but there's still a couple of gems here, so we're going to try some food, some local food, and just give our thoughts on it.
So we have eaten here before, but we just got Thai food. It's a Thai Khmer infusion restaurant. So we're gonna try the Khmer dish Lok Yeay. It's the only dish we haven't actually tried that's traditional to Khmer cuisine. So yeah, we're gonna give that a go. That is really nice. So it looks like it's just like a steak cut up. The inside's so tender. This is really giving me like Khmer food with an American twist. It's like steak and eggs. You know, that typical like American breakfast, like that. It's really tasty. Look how tender that is, and it's so juicy. I mean, you get plenty of vegetables. The egg looks perfectly cooked.
So I tried the beef at first and I thought it was okay. The sauce that it's in isn't really to my taste, but then I've dipped it in this pepper sauce, which is probably made with Kampot pepper, and it makes it so much nicer. Really good.
Really well, thank you. Okay.
So we just had breakfast at Cafe Espresso Roastery. It's the best Western food we've had on this trip, for sure. Those pancakes were top tier pancakes. And the coffee is probably some of the best we've had as well on this entire trip. And they make it right there on site, you can watch them making it. It's a really cool place. Love the decor in there as well. Just a nice vibe in there, so probably be back again tomorrow.
Yeah, you recommend it?
Yeah. Anyway, getting on the bike now, I'm going to drive to the national park.
Alright, so we've made it to our first stop here on Bokor. This is the view. We're actually really high right now, like the clouds are kind of around us, and the temperature as we were coming up dropped, didn't it? Like
notably
suddenly
dropped.
But
So
we
we've
did bring
packed our
coats.
jackets. Yeah. But we can't stop for too long because there's a lot of monkeys around.
And they are ginormous.
Yeah.
We've never seen monkeys this big. And yeah, they like one of them yawned as we were driving past and bared its whole mouth and its teeth.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're not. It was only back there, so we keep looking back because we're scared.
But yeah, the views are amazing here. Probably the nicest drive we've had since we've done the Hai Van Pass.
Yes.
In Vietnam.
Yeah, and there's just barely anyone on them as well.
Yeah.
The seat's boiling. Okay. So we found this guy.
I think it's called the Lok Yeay Mow monument. I've probably pronounced it wrong, but it's basically just a massive statue of Buddha.
It's huge, like it's absolutely massive. We need to talk about how nice that drive was.
It was like being in Bali 1 minute, then the Philippines the next minute, and Vietnam. Easy to drive, even though it was like a 40-minute drive to get to the top. I didn't get bored because it was just something different all the time.
Yeah, and the monkeys, oh my god. There was literally like so many monkeys, like huge families of them, and there was these little baby ones. It was great, I loved it. And you can see, looks like the locals are like putting water and food out as an offering at the bottom.
We thought we were at the top, but still another 15 to 20 minutes drive to get to the abandoned post office and the hill station.
We've just driven past what looks like a hotel slash casino, which in the middle of a national park, like on top of a mountain, is kind of random, and it looks super old and unkept.
I'm not gonna lie, as we were approaching it, we thought it was like one of the abandoned sites.
Yeah.
But then I've just looked on Google Maps and it's a 4-star hotel that's like fully operational.
What?
It's actually got good reviews. We genuinely thought it was abandoned.
It's just the outside, isn't it? The inside might look nice.
Yeah.
We don't know. It's not coming off on camera, but it looks like crimes have happened in there. So cool, we're like literally in the clouds.
So we are at Wat Sampov Pram, and now we definitely are at the top of the national park. But this is another Buddhist temple, and it's quite incredible. The cloud is like rolling onto the hill, creating this really steamy, misty effect. It's just gives it a dramatic, spooky vibe. Yeah, it's cool.
And there's actual monks just walking around,
Yeah.
doing their everyday tasks. It's really cool, and it's huge as well. Like every corner you turn there's something different. This is easily one of the most beautiful temples I've seen. Just the colour of it. We're going in now. Genuinely, these kinds of temples just blow my mind every time. Like, the artwork just goes the whole way along on both sides and on the ceiling too. It's just incredible, the intricacy of the artwork and the fact that it is just on every square inch of the place. Okay, I did not think there would still be an altar inside.
This is so eerie. It's really echoey as well.
And look, somebody's left a Christmas tree in the corner. Clearly some people still come up here, maybe to worship if there are Catholics in Kampot. I wonder if this is like a Cambodian hymn book. It's definitely a bit creepy. This would have been really unusual in Cambodia at the time, to have a Catholic church, at least in Kampot anyway.
So this behind us is the second oldest remaining Catholic church in all of Cambodia. It was built in the 1920s and it's one of the only churches to have withstood the destruction of the Khmer Rouge period.
You can actually see and find like bullet holes in the walls of the church, in the stone. Yeah, it's quite harrowing, that.
Definitely does have an eerie feel to it.
Another amazing viewpoint. This is what you get when you're up high. Majority of the time it's just covered in cloud, but I'm telling you, it gives all these abandoned buildings a really creepy vibe.
There's something about this view. The creepy old hill station up there, bendy twisting roads going around it, and cloud just misting over it all. It's one of the craziest things I've seen. It really does look dystopian. So from what we've read, this whole area is known as Bokor Hill Station, and it was formed around the 1920s as an area for French colonialists to come like as a luxury retreat. I guess when French colonialism ended, it wasn't serving its purpose anymore. So due to how it looks now that it's abandoned, it has been used for a couple of film sets. City of Ghosts and R Point. Now that I know that, I want to watch them.
Apparently the hill station was also used as a base for the French military.
Even though it's abandoned now and not in use, it's been kept as a kind of sacred place for Cambodians.
There's just an absolute ton of history around the area because there's so many different, I mean, we've seen Chinese temples, we've seen hotels, hill stations, post offices. It's really, really interesting Cambodian history, and there's a lot of it here in Bokor National Park.
Good morning from a windy Kampot. Yesterday's filming ended a little bit abruptly. We spent way longer than we thought we would at the national park, and by the time we got back we didn't have time to go to the pepper plantation and we were really sunburnt, as you might be able to tell. So we stopped filming.
But yeah, today we're actually going to Phnom Penh on a bus, and it should take 3 to 4 hours to get to Phnom Penh, and we're excited to see the city.
So the last stop we've made in Kampot is to come to the Durian roundabout, which is just behind us. It's a kind of famous roundabout here in Kampot, for no other reason than the durian is apparently really good in Kampot. It's quite famous for it.
Yeah.
We've never tried durian, but we've heard interesting things about it. Maybe we'll try it one day. But we haven't tried it here because I read that the best time to eat the durian here is like June, July, so we're well out of season.
Like it could get any worse.
And yeah, if a good durian is apparently really bad, then what would a bad durian be like? I don't even want to think about it. But yeah. It's kind of cool, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a massive durian in the middle of a roundabout.
There you go. That's Kampot. I ain't getting rabies today. No one has ever flossed on this mountain.
Now they have.
Just look at this view.